Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this amazing Dhurandhar series of our polity topics. Here we are, the Oliveboard team is there with you, and here we are with the next part of Directive Principles of State Policy, a masterclass 20 top questions from DPSP Part 4 of the Constitution. Okay, sit with me, and be ready to solve the questions. Let me know in the comments how many of them you got it right. Okay. We'll be practicing more questions on further topics. So stay connected with me. Okay. Let us start with the first question. Directive principles of state policy are mentioned in which part of the Constitution? So, which part of the Indian Constitution? So, what do you think? It is mentioned in which part? It is mentioned in part 4 of the Constitution. It is mentioned in part 4. Please remember, don't get confused with part 4A. Part 4A is fundamental duties. Okay. DPSPs are inspired from which country? Directive principles are inspired from which country? Obviously, Ireland. Correct? So you got it right. They are inspired from Irish Constitution and Irish is inspired from Spanish Constitution. So we have to keep this in mind. Next question. Which article defines the DPSP? Which article defines DPSP? So what do you think? Which article defines? Obviously, Article 36. Okay. The definition of DPSP lies in Article 36. Okay. Which article states that DPSPs are non-justiciable? The next article, 36 plus 1, 37. So Article 37 says that the courts cannot force the government to implement these articles. Okay. Okay. Let us jump to the next question. Which articles aims at promoting welfare of the people? So now it's coming to welfare. Again, simple, 37 plus 1. So 38. So please remember, guys, a simple trick I'll tell you. 36 is the definition, 37 is the non-justiciable part, and 38 is the welfare. Plus 1, plus 1. Simple. So first three you can remember it like a cakewalk. Correct? And if this is there, next should be equality should be there, no, in equal work. So that is Article 39, and that is the next question. Equal pay for equal work is mentioned under Article 39D. 39D. Okay? Equal pay for equal work. Super important. Stay connected for further questions. I hope you're getting the questions right. Question number 7. Which article directs the state to organize village panchayats? Which article directs the state to organize village panchayats? Simple and easy. Article 40. Please remember, Article 40 is village panchayats. Okay. Next, Uniform Civil Code is mentioned in which article? Uniform Civil Code is mentioned in which article? So if you have seen my previous video on DPSP, I have given the best tip to remember this. The best tip to remember this. What is the tip? See for the video, okay? You will find it in the previous video. Article 44 is Uniform Civil Code. Okay, please go to the previous video. I have given nice explanations, some few easy tricks to understand what are the various articles and how to remember them, especially like Article 44, Article 50, etc. Okay, okay, superb. Next, go ahead. Question number 9. Provisions for free legal aid is under which article? Provisions for free legal aid. Simple. Article 39A. Article 39A deals with free legal aid. If any issue is there, if I'm representing in court, I'm allowed to have a free legal aid. Okay. Which article deals with protection of environment? So which article deals with that? 48A. Okay. So Article 48A deals with protection of environment. The A means added by amendment. 39A. Correct? So it has been added by 42nd Amendment. What is the 42nd Amendment? It is the largest amendment you can say in the Indian Constitution. It is also called a mini constitution in itself. Okay, it's such a huge, you can say, amendment. Okay, please remember this. Let's go ahead. Which article promotes cottage industries? Gandhian. Remember Gandhian principles. So, which is that? Simple 43 deals with promotion of cottage industries. And which article deals with separation of judiciary from executive? Again, go back to the previous video, watch the simple trick to remember question number 12's answer. So, which is that article? Article 50. It deals with separation of powers in judiciary and executive. Simple. So, articles. Option C is the correct answer. Next reading. Next question. Which article relates to international peace and security? So, Article 51 deals with international peace and security, the last article in DPSP. Now, comment in the section and tell me what is Article 51A. Okay? Comment and tell me what is Article 51A of the Constitution. Next question. Which article directs the state to improve public health? Which article directs the state to improve public health? Article 47. How to remember this? In 1947, we got independence. So the public health became really good because everyone was happy, no? So their public health became very good. Correct? So from this 47, you remember Article 47. Okay? Simple, easy, easy to understand. Okay? Let us go ahead. 15th, promotional of educational and economic interests of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe is under which article? So, promotion of educational and economic interests of SC/ST is under which article? So, very easy. It is under Article 46. Okay, you have to keep this in mind. It's an important part. DPSP comes in exams regularly in almost every shift it comes. So, you have to remember this. Okay, let us go ahead. Consider the following statements. So, I have brought here some statement problems also. DPSPs are enforceable by courts. DPSPs aim at establishing a welfare state. DPSP can be implemented through legislation. So, what do you think? Are they enforceable? No. The first statement itself is wrong. So, if the first is wrong, don't you think we get our answer? Yes, the answer is B. DPSPs are establishing welfare state and DPSPs can be implemented through legislation. For example, which legislation? So, we have Manrega is one of the legislation. Correct? This is to bring Article 41 to life. Okay, we have Article 41 to life. Okay, friends, let's go ahead. Let's see some other questions. Article 39 deals with distribution of material resources. Article 39A deals with equal justice and free legal aid. Article 40 deals with uniform civil code. Now, what do you think should be the answer? Obviously, Article 39, yes, it deals with material resources. 39A, just now we saw 39A came from 42nd Amendment, correct? It deals with free legal aid, obviously 100% right. But Uniform Civil Code is in Article 44, not in 40. 40 deals with panchayats, right? So the third statement becomes wrong. We have the correct answer 4. Statement problems are to be solved with conceptual clarity and elimination. You need to eliminate the wrong statement. So here statement 3 was wrong and we have eliminated it. Article 40 is Panchayat, 44 is Uniform Civil Code. Consider the following. DPSPs are superior to fundamental rights. Okay. DPSPs are not legally enforceable. DPSP help in interpreting the laws. What do you think is the right answer? Are they superior to fundamental rights? No, they are not. So the first statement is wrong and the other two are right. So the answer becomes B. Okay. Fundamental rights and DPSPs, they have a fine balance. They complement each other. They are not competitive in nature, they are complementary in nature. You can remember it like that. Okay. Okay, let us go ahead to the next. Article 45 originally provided free education up to 14 years. This provision is now shifted to fundamental rights. Article 45 now deals with early childhood care. What do you think is the right answer? So here, if we see, yes, Article 45 originally provided for 14 years. This provision is now shifted to fundamental rights, right to education. Article 21A and Article 45 now deals with early childhood care, that is 0 to 6 years. So all the statements are correct. Okay. Article 21A is right to education and Article 45 deals with 0 to 6 years. And 21A deals with 6 to 14 years. Okay. Please remember fundamental duties also deals with 6 to 14 years. Okay. This is how we need to learn. Via one thing, we need to learn many things. Okay. Okay. Last question for today. Let us see who gets it right. DPSPs are borrowed from Irish Constitution. They are included in Part 3. Okay. They aim at social and economic democracy. What do you think is the right answer? So, are they in Part 3 of the Constitution? No, they are in Part 4 of the Constitution. Okay. And they are borrowed from Irish Constitution. Correct. They aim at social and economic democracy. Correct. So the answer will be A. That is what DPSP aims for. It aims for a true democracy. That is social, economic, and political justice. Social, economic, and political. So, Indian Constitution, it deals with political in fundamental rights as part 3 of the Constitution, social in part 4, and economic in part 4. So, social and economic in part 4. Okay. So, political part is dealt in part 3, fundamental rights. So here we come to the end of this awesome practice session. I'll be bringing such sessions after every part. Please see the previous videos. Uh, put your comments of the right answers. Put your comments on how much you liked and found the video helpful. Also subscribe to the channel. We as Oliveboard team is here to help you in every part of the step of your examination. So please stay tuned, bringing up more content soon. Thank you.